By the time I'll be uploading this video, it will probably be in 1 or 2 weeks to this particular date. Today's 14th of March. I'll be starting my exam next week, which will span across 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. So if I'm not making this video right now, then I'm not sure if I'll be creating any video in the next 2 3 weeks, with the excuse of an exam. Well, I'm currently preparing for my exam, my final exam, the first half of my final exam. So let's just get straight to the video right now. All right, if you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for checking back my channel and for watching this video. Definitely. So I'm David Osaime. I'm a final year mining engineering student in FUTA, and I'm also a direct response marketer. So I make videos across this line, my personal development, my journey, what I'm into, things I'm doing. That's the kind of videos I'm creating. So if you're someone who has one or two interests in things I do, or there's a thing in common, you want to make sure to engage my videos, like, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And also, I love to appreciate my newly subscribed subscribers. Thank you so much. From my last video, the follower count was 605, and right now, as I was making this video, I have 631. So that's a lot. That's like 25 additional subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. I hope you enjoy my videos. I hope you enjoy my channel. Let's get straight into this video once again. Right now in my final year, I'm in 500 level, and I've always had this nudge since I was in 200 level to build something while as a student, right? So there's this ideology I have that whatever it is that I will be engaged in after school, I should have at least started or probably have a solid idea on it while as a student, right? So I've always had this mindset that I have to pass through school, not just the school passing through me. And for this reason, I've always gotten myself engaged right from 200 level, from partaking in school politics. I was an honorable. I served at the student union level, representing my department in the SRC. That was for 2 years. In my skill wise as well, I was an intern for a company for 2 years as well. I was the digital marketing manager while doing my thing as well, right? Even in church, I'm a leader, and a lot of other roles I've engaged myself in, from being team lead, assistant lead in different events that happened on campus, right? So this is my ideology, to be a part of something going on. I don't just want to be make it seem as though I came to school just to get a certificate and then try to sort out life after that, right? So that is my ideology. And right now, this is 500 level, and I'm looking at what can I do, what's something I can, it's about leaving a footprint, something of impact, something that after my studies, my name will still be mentioned on campus or in the in the state at large, right? So that's what I'm currently working on. And there are two things in my mind which I'll be sharing later on in this particular video. All right, so the two things are, number one is e-commerce, and number two is a social media growth platform, where people can get subscribers, likes, followers, and all of that. I feel like that's more feasible, right, for the student populace, right? But there's e-commerce as well. So let me just start with that. Right from I think ending of 100 level, after the 8-month strike, because there was an 8-month strike in ASU for universities under ASU. After then, I was resuming back into school. I had been thinking, what business can I do? Because I stayed in the hostel. I've always been this kind of person who is always, inquisitive. I always want to do things. I always want to be a part of things. I always want to start things, to be precise, right? So then I noticed that in the hostel, one thing the hostel boys do regularly is to play video games, right? So I just thought of, how can I, what business can I start? What can I do? Just to get my own share from this interest, that because I'm not someone who plays games. I don't really play game, that much. But I know I can make money out of this. And then I could remember I just learned how to import stuff from China. So they call it mini importation. Then I just went on, I sourced for gamepad, the USB gamepad that could be connected to laptop, and I just went through the whole process. I bought it, and while I was resuming, I brought it down to Accra because I studied in FUTA, and I was able to sell out all of this product. Right then from ending of my 100 level to my the first semester of 200 level, I was able to sell out all of this product, but I couldn't, restore. I couldn't proceed with that particular business just because of the hike in dollar price. And I think I was not, the finances then was not much on me. And specifically, I left the hostel as well. Well, that's not a challenge because the hostel is always there on campus. Like I always go, I could relate to people in the hostel to help me do that. But that was, but it taught me something. Let's be kind. For someone who was just in 100 level, entering 200 level, starting that, doing that really opened my mindset to how much of, influence you can be, and how you can take hold of people as well. I remember back then, even before getting admission in 2019, I used to run a WhatsApp TV. So I've always had the idea of, me getting hold of people, the more people you can reach out to, how to build audience, how to nurture audience. And then I also went on to learn leads generation as well. So I've always known this particular thing. I've always known the worth of people and having them a lot at your hand as well. So that's what's brought about me starting up e-commerce. I had went on later on to learn full e-commerce, from marketing, buying products, building e-commerce websites, running automation, just e-commerce generally. So that's why right now that's one specific thing I would love to work on, which actually I started, trying to implement things, and there are just one or two things that issues that have not made me start yet on that. But I'm definitely working on it, and I would also love that I share the journey with you guys on here. All right, so now the second is the social media growth platform, which I feel like will be more feasible, on campus. We have a lot of young minds, we have a lot of people on social media right now that are students, and they are looking for us to, how to grow their likes, how to grow their social media pages, followers, subscribers, just gain publicity. And we also have students who are business owners on campus as well, who are looking for us to build their social media pages. Now, the twist here is I don't just want to make it seem as, a platform where you can just come and get likes and subscribers. I also want it to be a platform where you can, make use of the audience base to build your business as well. So I'm trying to integrate that functionality. So it's a platform. I don't started yet. This is just an idea, but right now I'm already looking at how to get people involved, how to get people engaged. Who are those I feel like have knowledge about these particular things? Trying to take a survey as well while building a team as well. So I'm looking at the footer place is a student community, right? So I feel like this could work out because I've seen people do it, and there's someone in my contact which I know, who has a platform as this. So I'll be going to the person's DM, reach out to the person and ask how this business model works, to be specific, if it's profitable, what are the challenges there, while making my personal findings as well. So these are two things I'll be working on, before graduating by God's special grace. And I also love that, you subscribe, you follow me, so you can be a part of this journey as well. And also I'll be open to get suggestions. What do you think? Are these things that could work out? Oh, by the way, I was speaking of e-commerce. One thing about e-commerce is the fact that it is a business. I reached out to someone who is he actually does e-commerce full time and is making it good from e-commerce, right? And one advice he gave to me was that e-commerce is a business. Of course, there are skills you need to learn, for you to be able to run a business, maybe from the marketing aspects, from getting goods, how to sell it and all of that. But he told me that it is a business. So which, in other words, it means that you need money to start, right? So that's basically, so you need money to start. And so you're looking at the challenges, you're looking at the difficulties that are there as well, which I feel like is part of the reason why I've been pushing myself, I'd not start, because this is something I've had, since the ending of 2025. So I've been working on this, sourcing for products, looking for marketing strategies, looking for, delivery strategies and all of that. But right now, this is March already and I'm still here to start, right? So I think I feel like that's one of the challenges which had not made me start, aside from the finance as well. So I'm looking at raising funds as well, because right now what I'm looking for is to raise about 500k to a million naira, so I could start this particular business as well. So I would love your suggestions. What do you think about this to e-commerce or having a SMM platform where people can get subscribers, followers, and grow their business, put out their business out there online. All right, so we've come to the end of this video. So I would love your suggestion. What do you think about this business model? If you have knowledge about it, if you're into it, or there's someone into it that you love, there's anything at all that could be of help, you can always share it to me. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp or any of my socials. I will tag them in the description of this video. And by the way, I'm starting my exam next week, so send me a prayer, send me a word of prayer. Actually, by the time this video will be uploaded, it will be into my exam already, probably a week or two into my exam already, right? So just send me a word of prayer. Thank you so much once again for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like the video and subscribe as well. If there's something of interest in what I do, or there's something common between us, then you have to subscribe. Let's grow together. This is a journey and it's a long run, right? So thank you so much once again. I'll see you on the next one.